Hello drivers, we're back here again today to explain to you a new federal regulation. This regulation will affect all of you folks out there that have a CDL or anyone who wants to get a CDL. This regulation is called Proof of Lawful Permanent Residency or U.S. Citizenship. Please watch and listen as I explain to you the what, when, where, and why for this new federal regulation. On September 1st, 2015, Washington State will begin complying with a federal law requiring all commercial drivers to provide proof that they're either a United States citizen or a lawful permanent resident. According to the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, the agency that is responsible for the law's compliance, it was created because issuing commercial learner's permits or commercial driver's license to the people with false identities obstructs the detection of fraud and increases the risk of terrorism. Until now, Washington State worked with federal officials to extend the implementation deadline and to delay possible action that would be harmful to our state, including the loss of federal highway dollars and the decertification of our state's commercial driver's license program. By not complying with the federal law, Washington might lose more than $160 million in funds over the next 5 years, and commercial drivers may be prohibited from traveling outside of Washington. They might also be barred from Washington seaports. The state's continued noncompliance with this federal law is no longer acceptable. So with the federal law taking effect in Washington State, here are 5 things to consider before you do anything. 1. Most of the state's commercial drivers are not immediately affected by this new requirement, but most commercial drivers will be affected at their next renewal, as the federal law requires proof of U.S. citizenship or lawful permanent residency. Other transactions requiring a change in your commercial learner's permit or commercial driver's license record will also require proof of U.S. citizenship or lawful permanent residence. This includes name, address, and endorsement changes. So if you don't need to renew or make changes until 2019, you're not affected by this law until 2019. The ability to renew and make changes to your personal driver's license is not affected by these federal requirements. 2. Proof of U.S. citizenship or lawful permanent residency can be established by providing one of 6 official government-issued documents. They include a valid U.S. passport issued by the U.S. Department of State, a birth certificate issued by a state or local government. A hospital-issued certificate of live birth is not acceptable. A consular report of birth abroad issued by the Department of State, a certificate of naturalization issued by the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, a certificate of citizenship, a permanent resident card or green card issued by the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. Obtaining official duplicates of any one of these documents must be done through the government entity that issued them and can take several weeks. If you do not currently have at least one of them in your possession, you are encouraged to begin the process of obtaining an official duplicate at least 2 months before your next visit to a driver's license office. Photocopies are not accepted. 3. If you hold an enhanced personal driver's license or an enhanced commercial driver's license issued in Washington before September 1st, 2015, you are not required to yet again prove your permanent legal residency or U.S. citizenship. This type of license is identified by a red colored bar at the top of the card and the words Enhanced Driver's License or Enhanced Commercial Driver's License. 4. You must visit a designated driver's license office to complete your transaction if you are renewing or making any changes to your commercial driver's license or commercial learner's permit. These offices are equipped with the resources to verify that the documentation you provide meets the standards required under federal law. Some offices may not be available to complete commercial driver's license transactions 5 days a week. Please visit the webpage dol.wa.gov/CDL changes to locate the office nearest you. And when you visit one of those offices, make sure you have at least one of the documents you need to prove your citizenship or permanent legal status, your Social Security number, and proof of name change if your current name is different than the name on your citizenship or identity document. Be prepared to pay any fees that are required. And remember to arrive at least 30 minutes before the office closes to allow enough time to complete the formal document review. 5. Proof of U.S. citizenship or lawful permanent residency is not required to purchase a duplicate license or permit. And you can do this at any driver's license office. So if you have lost or damaged your CDL or commercial learner's permit card and don't need to make any changes to it, you are not required to show proof of your citizenship or lawful permanent residency. Non-permanent U.S. residents can research options for obtaining permanent status through the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service. You can also find more information on Washington's compliance with this law at dol.wa.gov/CDL changes or call 360-902-3900 to speak with a customer service representative about renewing or obtaining a new commercial driver's license.